G'day and welcome back. It's Spreadsheet Gamer here and we're playing Oxygen Not Included. And in the last episode I made a whole bunch of mistakes, which we're going to be trying to fix up in this episode. So the first thing was that I built a grooming station here instead of a shearing station, so that needs to go. The second one is this feeding station was going to be for the Dreco there, but he only eats food that grows naturally, so we're just going to pop a couple of farm tiles down there. My plan here is not to make a long-term farm for the Drecos. We're just going to farm only a few, shear them a few times so that we get some reed fiber. And that's going to be mostly used to build exosuits. So we've got this one Dreco here, which we captured, and then there's a whole bunch down here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So the plan this episode is to capture them, tame them, and shear them. And then if they don't have enough food here, or if they mutate into other types of Dreco, then that's fine. We'll just bump them off, basically. We don't need that. So that's the Dreco situation. Now, over here, I've decided this is where we're going to build our exosuits. We've got the oxygen situation is okay in the main part of the base, but we've got a huge sink of carbon now. It's really a massive amount. So I want to transition away from these wood burners, so we're going to be making some plans to do that. But I think we can get started right now, so let's get into it. So we also captured a shine bug, and he's breeding, and that's okay. Like, it'll just generate a few more eggs, and it eats some phosphorus, which doesn't bother us at all, so that's acceptable, basically. So if I come down here, I also want to flag for digging a little bit of stuff in here to connect these up, and we want to mark for wrangling critter capture, that guy and that guy, and we'll come back for that guy in a minute. Alright, so that's under control. Now I need a ladder over here to come down like this, and we're going to phase out this door, and got a whole bunch of plans for this area. Basically the exosuits are going to go in here. I'm going to build another rusty oxidizer to provide oxygen to the exosuits. Nobody's picked up that polluted water yet, so hopefully in a minute. I'm going to flag every other tile up here as well, because we're going to build some terrain along there. Some tiles. Stinky up to ice supplying salt to the oxidizer. Yeah, fair enough. Now I need a whole bunch more iron and aluminium smelted, so I think I'll go with iron. We're actually producing iron as a byproduct of this oxygen manufacturing, so we'll go with that. And we're going down here. It's going to be pretty slow going due to all this lack of atmosphere. Hopefully he can wrangle this creature, actually. I hadn't thought about that. Yeah, he's going to run out of oxygen before he gets it done. Ah, we might not be able to do this. Or I might need to come up with a way to generate some oxygen in here. This debacle last episode too, I don't know what I was thinking, but if you ever find yourself needing to dig up and you don't want to really build ladders, the best way to do it is to dig 3 tiles like that, then 3 tiles like that, so they can stand on that platform there and jump up onto that one, and you can just effectively dig up forever. So I should have done that here, but I wasn't thinking clearly, obviously. Can he get it done? Come on, buddy. You nearly there? Yes! So as long as he can wrangle them, then he can come back and get them. Oh, good. Okay. Don't need to worry about that. So in here we're just going to pop a bit of mealwood. That's something that the Drecos eat. Although it does say if we click on the Dreco and we look at the type of eggs they have, Dreco egg and glossy Dreco egg, it's increased if he eats mealwood. So we don't really want the glossy Drecos. They'll produce plastic instead of reed fiber, and the only reason I'm bothering to capture these guys is for the reed fiber. Alright, so we've got this done. We're not getting any polluted water delivered here though, so I might need to... Let's see what's going on with errands. Travaldo's working on it right now. Here he goes. He must have had to clean some toilets first. Actually, not clean toilets. I don't know what he was doing. Something else. Alright, research complete on some gas shutoffs and things. Okay, so we're down here and now we're working on exosuits as the next one. So we just got this tech here. Insulated pipe. Atmo sensor will be good. Yep, lovely. Alright. So some more granite for some tiles up here. Oh, actually I don't want that one. I want some fire poles here. Although I might build them... Yeah, that's okay. I can build them like that. Skill point for Joshua. Alright. Joshua is our constructor and he's now level 3 constructor. Fantastic. So new hat for him. Red hat. Red and black. Okay, how are we going? We've captured one, but we haven't relocated him. There we go. So Abe's going to do that one now. Gets out a bag and pops him in. Excellent. And Gossman's digging up here, digging up a storm. Unfortunately, I didn't really butchered that dig up method. Actually, if I dig that, you can get to there. Have I butchered it all the way? Let's see. If he's there, he can't jump up. So I need one more. Need one there. Although if I put it there, and then just dig that, we'll be fine. Alright, good. Can dig that out. So we're going up here, are we? With, what are we carrying? Phosphorite there. Stinky hopefully has got the... No, he's got millwood seeds. Somebody grabbed the Dreco. Here, Abe? No? I'm pretty sure somebody grabbed it. Maybe it was Gossman. Oh no, he's broken free. Alright, we'll wrangle just one to start with, rather than two. That might have been my mistake there. Now I want some more tiles across here as well, so I've got to dig these back up. And put in some igneous rock flooring. Okay. Okay, so we've got that done, so I dig these out. Alright, Gossman thinks she's done digging, but there's always more digging to do. It's near the end of the day though, so I'm just going to find a couple of little things for her to work on. Let's see, dig that out. Dig out those. Should do. Now that wrangling task is going to have to wait until the next day by the looks of it. What's Travaldo up to? He's storing phosphorite. It's really not much of a priority, but I suppose they're stocking up for the shine bugs. That's okay. Right, so the shearing station, let's pop that in. This time I'll actually select it. Doesn't matter what we build it out of because it doesn't have a decor factor. If it had a decor factor, either positive or negative, I'd build it out of granite. But it doesn't matter at all. So igneous rock it is, whatever's nearby and handy. And we're going to pop that down there. Alright. So now another thing I need to do actually is build some more of these. Although we probably don't need to right there. Maybe... Yeah, I need another rust oxidizer over here. I'm trying to just figure out whether I want some tiles underneath it. I think I do. So I'll actually cancel that. Go with the airflow tile. And who's idle? Gossman's idle again. Always more digging to do, Gossman. Just work on that for now. Okay, that one got wrangled, but I bet you he doesn't get picked up by the end of the day. Which means he'll break free tomorrow, probably. It could also be that somebody came down to collect him before and then ran out of oxygen and released him. He did seem to get out pretty early from his bindings, so yeah. Let's get some more of these. Where are we going, guys? Eating food. Now that's another thing I wanted to do. Right, so we're going to move across to the electric grill, and there's a few reasons for that. I'll explain once I've done this. So at the moment we're making lice loaf, which uses 2 harvests of a mealwood. Each one of these produces 600. Somewhere in here it says... Somewhere. Where does it say that? If I look on a blank tile... 600, there we go, 600 calories. So 2 harvests of that to make 1200 kilocalories. We add 500 grams of water and it increases the yield to 1700 calories. So it adds 500 calories by adding the water. But 50 kilograms of water is quite a lot. So we're going to go across to the electric grill, and there's a different recipe in there we can use for the mealwood, which doesn't use water. So it's not going to give us many calories per harvest, but we can ignore the water costs, which obviously is a increasingly important thing on this map, it seems. Skill point for Abe. Abe is our farmer who's working into ranching. He loves farming, but we want him to do ranching, so I'm tempted. I think I'll grab that for him. And hopefully we get somebody else in as well. What have we got here? We've got some polluted dirt somewhere. Polluted dirt, there it is. 10 kilograms. Alright, so we've got a little bit of few pockets of oxygen here. That should actually help. Hopefully these seeds get used. Got another one there. Get these pips doing something useful for us for a change. Yeah, so that Draco's still captured there. Hoping that Abe's going in there now to relocate. Yep. Good, good. Joshua's building this new machine for us. Great. So what did we get under automation? Oh yeah, that's right, we got that. So I'm going to dig also another layer up. This time I might just come in from above and dig in here. Try and get some more of that aluminium on the way. A few step down there, like that. And all the way across here, and we'll pick up this oxalite. Free oxygen is always welcome. So there's plenty of work for Gossman to do. Plenty of work for Joshua to do as well. Yep. Alright, come on, where are we? Gossman's digging some algae, that's okay. These guys got free, so we need to re-wrangle them. This might be a ongoing... no. What happened here? Somehow the water level dropped. Interesting. Whoops, I don't mean to do that. Let's mop that and uproot that. This waterlock thing doesn't really bother me. There's no pros and cons. It just means some of the carbon's going to start drifting in here if it pressurizes enough, which is okay, I suppose. All this area is going to be depressurizing. See how that all the chlorine just went up there? That's because we've freed up space here for the hydrogen to compress into. Okay, now that's been wrangled, so hopefully we'll see somebody come and grab him. How close to tame is he? Still wild. His wildness is 6%, so hopefully Joshua's going to build this in a second. Yep, here comes Barney with some construction materials. That's all it needs there, so that'll be ready to build. Guys, now's not... there's no oxygen around. You shouldn't be standing around waving to each other. Abe's going to capture this guy, but I don't think he's going to have enough oxygen to get back. We'll see how he goes. Yeah, okay, so he dropped him just there. Ah, this is going to take a while. I realistically should be building an oxygen thing in here. I'm going to do that actually. Build an oxygen, although it's going to be really awkward because the oxygen will all drift up above the chlorine. How do we do this? I could micromanage him. I could bring him back to a pocket of oxygen and hold him there until he's ready to go. Okay, so he's heading back now. It says he's going to harvest. Unfortunately, I keep wrangling them as far away as possible. I'll speed things up by making this path a bit easier. That's pretty sensible, at least. Alright, that could be dug out. Yeah, Gossman's getting some work done. We haven't got this built yet. Where's the builder? Joshua is just coming to build it now. I swear it's funny how dupes are like that. You're like, what's going on? Where are you? Why are you not getting the thing done? You're like, no, boss, I'm on the way. Oh, sure you were, buddy. Alright, this is a long way to run some power. Do I want to go that far? Probably not. So I'll just chuck in a little generator up here underneath it. That and some wire. Just nice and simple. Hypothermia. Uh-oh. Well, it is pretty cold down here, actually. So, yeah. A good thing we built that hospital. Have we got a doctor? Is there a doctor in the house? We need some doctor things. Medicine. What do we need? Priorities. I wanted to check if we've got a doctor allocated. We do. It's Ellie. She's pretty terrible. In fact, she hasn't got any skills, so maybe that's something we want to give. I don't know. That's really not a direction I wanted to head with, Ellie. I was hoping for somebody better. And we need multiple levels too. I think you need bedside manner before we can do anything. I'm not sure what will happen here. We'll see. Let's have a look at... Who was it that was sick? We go into vitals and we see... Abe. So hypothermia, 0.2 cycles. He's slower. He does a bit of sneezing. Does that mean he's spreading germs? No. I don't think this is much to worry about, to be honest. Where is his immune system? Is that on the germs tab? This has changed since I last played it, actually. The way this germ system works now. I think he's just going to get over it in like a really shorter order of time. So probably nothing to worry about. Okay, that was exosuits done. So we'll go into research, and one of the things I wanted to grab was power. I wanted to get into up here. Where was it? the petroleum generator, because I think we can use ethanol in that to make a reasonable amount of power. And there's a bit of ethanol on the map, so we could do that. But now that we've just had this doctoring incident, I think I'm going to rush in here and grab medical equipment just in case anything bad happens. Those two researchers should come over pretty quickly. Now, how are we doing? This must be dinner time, is it? Why are they... Is he hungry? Kelly, oh yeah, he just about hit starving. Right. So I didn't queue up this new task. Oh goodness, a few of them are starving. I'll go eat food. It's not the end of the day yet, but eat food. Anyway, so pickled meal. So that's what we want to get into here. Meal ice can be turned into pickled meal. So we're going to crank that up. And the beauty of pickled meal is that it doesn't decay. So at least it never didn't used to. That was it's a worse quality food. So if we look at this, it says here quality terrible 0. Pickled meal is grizzly -1. So they like it even less. But it'll be okay. They'll just have to lump it. Like it or lump it. Alright, shearing station nearly done. Only got one. Why is he glum? Where's his scale growth is 100%? He's ready for shearing. But that's not plugged in yet. So we've got this done. So I need to dig out every other tile here. And so many things to do. Our duplicants are pretty overloaded with work. It's long travel time's not helping. I really should do something smarter about this. So I'll queue that guy up for wrangling, see if we can get him. He's not too old, is he? 49, yeah. They live a long time, these Dracos. This one's pretty old, but... Unpermitted food. Ah, I see what I've done wrong. Now I see. And how close to starvation are we here? Ah, plenty. So they'll eat up to 4,000 calories. They'll queue up an eating task if they're below 2,000, I think. If they're below 1,000, it says starvation. And then if it's 0, they actually pass out. So just go into consumables here and I'll allow them to eat excellent until we've cooked up some new pickled meals. So now that I've done that, of course, the starving dupes will often wake up and go eat. Yep, there goes Ellie now. So unfortunately that means they're... Oh no, it looks like they both got enough sleep maybe. Yeah, they both got enough sleep even that short time. So that's okay. They'll start the day with everybody else on a full stomach this time. And get some work done. So what we're going to do up here is we're going to build a ventilation system. So we're going to need a gas pump. We're going to pump in air directly above. We are going to need to filter it though, and I'm going to stick with the basic gas filter for the beginning. And we're going to go... Probably just chuck that in here, I think. No, I'll give it a bit of space. I'll allow the pipe to generate a bit of space there. And we'll go like that. Cool. Now granite. And more airflow tiles in here. So we want the oxygen to go up. Most of the time this should just use oxygen. And the chlorine produced by this rust oxidizer should fall down. But we'll still put a filter in anyway. So the filter is going to be for oxygen. Okay, where's the wrangle tasks? new duplicate today, hopefully. It's pretty likely we'll take one, especially if we can get more delivery being done. That'd be ideal. How's this shearing station going? I want that to be a bit of a higher priority as well. Hopefully he goes and does that right now. Yep, here he goes. So the Draco's responding, he's coming over. He's at the station, Abe. You can go now. There we go. How cool is that? It's making mincemeat of him. Quality. There we go. So we got some reed fiber. And poor little Draco is bald. But he'll grow back some hair on his scales there. What does he need for that? I think they need to be immersed in gases, actually. I've got a feeling, I can't quite remember, but something like that. So he might never grow back. We might need to dump him in the wild. Anyway, we've got 2. That's getting started. We'll see if we can get these 2 in. Get some more reed fiber. In the meantime, keep working on this stuff. So the stations, the way it's going to work is we're going to have an atmospheric checkpoint, atmosuit checkpoint over here. Now I need to put an airlock in here as well eventually. I think I'll just put it there. That gives us room for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's going to be fine. We can expand that later if we need to. But we'll be doing something like that, and we need lots more refined metals. Like 10 to get started. Good. Oops, I need to plug up this hole here that I made, so I'm just going to change that to priority 7 and then change it back so that the next thing I build is back to the normal priority 5. This wrangle task might never get done. So I like the fact that these things are using up the carbon dioxide and emitting oxygen, so it just allows oxygen to drift up there. It also means as the duplicates pass through here, they're more likely to replenish their oxygen bars a little bit. Got a few of these planted now, but there's quite a few still there, so hopefully these pips get busy planting that stuff. This needs to be dug up. Actually want to harvest that and then dig up the tile. Is that? Yeah, that's got an uproot task. Yep. So there we go with the pickled meal. It's not staying fresh, but I think if we look at, I think it goes off slower, 3% per cycle. So scale growth. Now the scale, yeah, I think the scale growth says 0. I think they're required to be in, does it say chlorine or hydrogen? Who's starving now? Cosman, you can eat food. You're eating excellent. Did we get in the consumables there? Yeah, so we've got pickled meal now as well. So the other benefit of switching over here is that the griller uses less power. Alright, so next research we have... So we've got the 2 doctoring ones, so now we're going to go for that extra power plant, the petroleum generator. And 7 seconds for the next dupe. Alright, let's see what we got. Supply, 7 strength. Donk. Early bird, gourmet, loud sleeper. Great. Okay, just for comparison, we've got operating, building, ranching. Who's buff and diver's lungs. That's pretty good. But narcoleptic's terrible. Operating and ranching, night owl, quick learner. This is an easy one. We want Hassan, I'm pretty sure. Let's just double check on the skills in here. So we've got a digger, builder, a researcher, right? Then we've got our mechatronics person. We've got one farmer, a cook, and a tidying. This was going to be our farmer, I think. Plan B was farming. I can't quite remember. What was Travolta's? What's his bio? Mole hands, vomiter. I think he was just generic, not particularly good at anything, so we'd make him into a tidier. But that's pretty good. I also want a doctor though, but none of these guys are looking pretty good for doctor, so maybe we'll give that a miss. Operating, building, ranching. Yeah, I think we'll take Hassan here for his 7 strength, and we'll make him into a supplier. Seems good. The only thing is, because of his loud sleeping thing, I won't be able to put him in here. I'll have to build a separate room for him. And that means I'll just chuck him over here. For now, will I do that? No, that's not a very good spot. Let's put him up here. That should be okay. And into skills for Hassan, and we're going to give him supplying straight away and make him our gopher. All right. Yeah, this isn't getting done at all. It's not nearly enough oxygen to get in there and get it done. I think we're probably too close to the end of the day. Oh no, we've got 3 more blocks. See if we can micro Abe into getting this done. So he's done that. Now I'm going to just move him. He's going for oxygen himself. I was going to say I'll move him to somewhere where there's oxygen, and then I'll send him back once he's recovered his breath. So recovering breath. Hopefully he retasks to do this delivery now. Oops. Schedule. Whoa, it's going to be close. He's going for it. He's going for it. Gossman's idle. Let's dig out some more stuff. We've got a bit of dirt, igneous rock here, dirt here that I want gone. A bit more rust. Igneous rock can stay. Come on, Abe. 1 block left. He's got a lot of ladder to climb. You know what I think my problem's going to be? He's going to get halfway up this ladder. Yeah. He's going to drop him. Dang. But at least we moved him into this room, so we'll pick him up next time for sure. Alright. Good stuff. We're making some progress there. What's going on here? So I need to manually allocate this cot to Hassan. So I want him sleeping up there. He's not going to be in a bedroom, but that's okay. He's very low level. So he can lose that benefit for the time being. So this Draco, I really don't need him anymore. Yeah. Well, maybe we'll let him finish reproducing. Okay, so we got... Okay. First one must have eaten a pickled meal. I can store the pickled meals in here, if they're not already flagged. There we go. They don't need to come down there, I don't think. Gosh, we've got so much farming to do. Definitely need another farmer. And I've already got 8 dupes. This is crazy. Yeah, reed fiber. So we need more, all of the things. We need an exosuit forge. That can go in here. Hooking it up to this network is going to get a bit dangerous because this network's really getting close to overloaded. I need more iron. more everything. But that's going to be it for this episode. So we've got this loud snorer. You can see this highlighted area around here means any other duplicants sleeping inside that area would be woken up. So that's why I built this little cot for Hassan up here. So he's going to be on his own. But anyway, so we're working on the exosuit situation. We're trying to wrangle some more Drecos. And we've switched over to making pickled meal. Hope you enjoyed. See you on the next episode.